Avenue in Epping. We'll just give a moment for the 556 bus to Pacific Airpin to pass us by. Just one example of the infrastructure surrounding us here today. Transport at our doorstep. It's on its way to Pacific Airpin and Airpin Station just around the corner. So I'd like to introduce my team who are here to assist you today. The award-winning team in blue. Should you require their advice, please feel free to approach either Jordan or Leon El-Assaad, who no doubt you've met throughout the marketing campaign. Let me share with you the following announcements, which in place have you bid and buy with absolute confidence here today. The auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors have a reserve price as the auctioneer will indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders, and prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and provides for fines for such conduct. The rules permit for vendor bids. The words I'll use during the auction to indicate that I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid, and by law only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. The contract of sale has been on display prior to today's auction. We call for 10% deposit upon the fall of the hammer, and the signing of that contract to take place here today, with the balance to be paid at settlement in 30 to 60 days time, at which time the vendor will provide the lucky buyer with vacant possession of the property. So buyers, is with my highest recommendation what we offer for your consideration and competition here today. When we talk about central locations in Epping, this is about as central as it gets, the very heart of Epping, walking distance to shopping, walking distance to parkland, walking distance to transport, walking distance to schooling, both primary, secondary, both private, both public, everything at your fingertips. It hardly gets more central than where we find ourselves today. And so you can buy with confidence knowing that you'll have enormous capital growth as we've seen in recent years and provide security for you and your family in the years to come. The property itself, plenty of room for the family today, plenty of room to grow into. Formal living downstairs and in the middle, and of course that expansive bedroom on the top level. A great opportunity for the first time buyer, a great opportunity for the investor, and an opportunity for you and your family today to be decisive, to get the sold sticker up on the board. If that's your goal, buyers, right now is your opportunity to do just that. Where can I see a fair, reasonable starting bid for the 13A Memorial? Who'd like to start us off, buyers? I don't mind the call, I'm in your hands. Start me where you like. Where do we start? This is your moment, buyers. This is your time and opportunity for you to have your say, to start from a position of strength. I don't mind the call. I'm in your hands. At 470,000, fairly been offered. Welcome, best of luck here today at 470 now. At 470,000, there's the competition, there's the bid, the opportunities with everyone else. At 470,000, fairly been offered now at 470 the bid. At 470,000, if you've come to buy, there's the competition, now's the time to act. At 470 now. At 470,000, fairly been offered now once. At 470,000, are we done? At 470,000 for the second call at 80 now. Sure, I was hoping for 500 in the rise, so, but I'll take 480 if it gets you involved. Welcome and best of luck at 80 there, and the same courtesy at 10 if you like at 480,000. At 500, even better, fight fire with fire. 20 there, give me 20 in response. At 500,000, even money now at $500,000. At $500,000. At $500,000. You know, that's never happened to me before. I've never been at an auction and cars driven past and called out a bid. At 20 now. Okay, you need to let me finish the jokes, Leon. At 520,000, at 520, welcome back at 20 now. At 520,000, I'll take 10 if it helps. At 520, at 30 now, 530,000, make it 40. At 530,000, the bid's there. At 530, the bid. At 530,000, fairly been offered now. 540 now, 540 got. At 540,000, 50 if you like. At 540,000, fairly been offered now. At 550 now, 550,000, fairly been offered now. At 550, the bid. The bid's there. At 550,000. At 550,000, fairly been offered here in front. Opportunity with you now. At 550,000. At 555, fall short of my stride. At 55, you get the same courtesy at 5 if you like. At 55, then only cost you 5 in the rise, easy bidding. At 60 now, at 560. At 560,000, your 5 still good with me if you've got another one. At 560,000. At 560,000, fairly been offered bids there against a tree. At 560,000, opportunity with you now. At $560,000 the bid. Once! I'll take 2.5 if it helps, sir. Can I say 560, 2.5 for 62.5, and the same courtesy, 2.5 now if you like. At 62.5 of the bids there. Competition making it easier for you with smaller bids at 65 now, at 565. At 565 the bid. At 565,000 and the bid's there now at 565. At $565,000 the bid. Once at 565, are we done? Twice?
66.
At 66, at 566,000. I'll tell you what, sir, that puts the keys in your pocket for now at 66. If there's no further bidding, we've just lost them. At 67 now, at 567,000. You've got the keys. We're on the market. We sell here today at 567. Sir, that's old. You can't do that anymore. He'll get upset. We can't do that at 67 now. At 567, at 567,000. Fairly been offered now at 67. The bid's there. Keys with you. We are on the market. We sell here today at $567,000 the bid for the first call at 567. 68 now at 568. At 568,000, fairly been offered. They've got the keys now at 68. At 568 the bid. At 568,000, fairly been offered now at 568.69 now. At 569. At 569,000, bid there now at 69. At $569,000 bid and 70 now. At
575.
At 75, welcome, coming into the proceedings with style, better late than never. At 575 now, at 575,000, you've worked so hard from the very start. At 575, the bid's there. We can't let them buy it with one bid. We have to test their resolve. At 575,000, you absolutely short 75. At 575, bids here, keys here. Might be a lucky one bid. At 575, are you absolutely sure? We have to test their resolve, sir. One bid. At 575, we're definitely done. Can we say 575 and a half? Definitely done? Thank you very much for your bidding here today. At $575,000 the bid. The bid's here, the keys are here, we're on the market, we sell. If you've come to buy, bid me now or forever hold your peace, because we sell away at 75. Once at 575,000, all done. Twice.
Half.
And a half at 575 and a half. At 575 and a half, and the bid's there. How about another big bid? It was a great bid. It was a late run. Make it count at 75 and a half. At 575 and a half, and the bid's there now. 575, 500. At 575 and a half, fairly been offered now. Bid here, keys here. Opportunity back with you. Don't be a one bid wonder, sir. Give me one or two at least. At 575 and a half, the bid's here now. 75 and a half now. At 575,500. Once at 75 and a half. All done. At 76, at 570, you got them down to $1,500 bids. Cause for optimism at 576 now. Don't walk away for half. At 576,000, fairly been offered now at 576 the bid. At 576, the bid's there. Opportunity back with you, but the keys are here as it stands. At 76 now. At 576,000, you call the broker after the auction, man, and say, I need more money. At 76 now, spend it first. At 76, at 570, always better to ask for forgiveness and permission. At 76 now, it's more fun that way. At 576 the bid. At 576,000, bid here in the centre. We're on the market. We sell. We play for keeps. At 76 the bid. Once at 576, all done. Second call at 576, done and finished. Third, final call at $576,000 the bid. All done. All finished. All silent out at 76. We're definitely done over here. Thank you once more for your bidding. I have your absolute best. Tell me one more time you're out and I'll sell over here. Thank you very much for your spirited bidding here today. At 576, we're on the market and selling once, twice, third, final call, done, finished, silent and out. We are selling, selling, selling. Sold. Congratulations and well bid. Please join me congratulating our purchasers and our vendors here today. You've just witnessed another successful Harcourts, Rata and Co auction. Have a great weekend. See you again soon. Thanks for that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done, well bought.